All right, good evening, everybody. David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It is Friday. It's kind of strange to see such a quiet 7-day after all the action yesterday. If you were in Sugar Land, Missouri City, Bel Air, they were towing some cars out of some of the high water spots on the roadways there yesterday from the thunderstorms that erupted in the evening as Bertha rolled through. We also had some heavy thunderstorms on the northwest side. Jersey Village area out to 90 had heavy thunderstorms. All that's gone. We're back to heat. It's kind of typical heat today, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's a bit above normal. Normal high temps 95. We're going to go to 99 to 100 to 101 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. I think you can call it a heat wave. It's not going to last forever. In fact, I'm going to show you the longer range modeling that does break this week-long heat wave as we go into the following week. So it doesn't look like it's going to last forever. 95 was the high today. This is interesting. Right on the statistical norm. 76 was the low this morning. Right on the statistical norm. So statistics are funny and norms are odd. We rarely are normal on any given day. We're usually one side of it or the other side of it, and then normal is just something we get when we do the math and get the bell curve and the averages. So to actually have a day where the high and the low are right on the statistical normal of the day is quite odd. Record's 101 back in 1954. Record low is 68 in 1894. Saltwater Recon giving us some beautiful pics of a calmer Galveston, beautiful waves, family down here walking, another family out here, got the little kids. Got some folks over here a little bit closer to Pleasure Pier, which is up and running again today. Yellow flags are flying, so yellow flags means use caution, swim with caution. But you can swim. There's not red flag. Saw some folks on the jetty out here yesterday enjoying the storm, and now things have settled down beautifully down there. Again, thanks Saltwater Recon. Galveston's at 88 right now. It feels like 101 with the dew point of 78. So a typical humid summer, but you can see the breeze down there. Beautiful summer evening in Galveston. I wish I was there. I wish I was right there, just having some a little bit of a snack and watching the kids play in the waves. Live look up in downtown, hazy and hot, 92. We're 10 hotter than yesterday at this time. Feels like 102 right now at Bush with a dew point of 74. We have a south breeze at 13, so that helps. At least we have a breeze out there. These are feels like temperatures. Oh, no, these are current temperatures, sorry. Currently 93 Conroe. Sugar Land is 90, Wharton's at 90. It's been a busy week, and you factor in the humidity and we get all the heat index temps. Conroe feels like 103 right now, feels like 102 in Huntsville. Sugar Land feels like 101. Angleton feels like 103. There's a little shower down near Angleton actually raising the humidity levels right now. Feels like 101 in Galveston. Palacios, good evening. You feel like 102 right now. And forecast feels like temps for Saturday. About the same score as what we're getting now. By 3 in the afternoon, Sugar Land forecast to feel like 105, Houston 104, El Campo 103, Liberty 102, Anahuac 102. So another typically hot Houston summer day on Saturday, but hot enough so that we have to take our usual precautions with the heat. Radar. There are 1 or 2 or 3 isolated little showers. I see these little guys out here in the nearshore waters of the Gulf, but they are few and far between. Maybe they'll make the beaches. These showers have been off and on near the south side of Lake Livingston for the past 2 hours. Just little showers popping, coming and going. Cold Spring getting a little downpour right now. That'll drift up across the lake and probably fizzle here pretty quickly. And then, yeah, the shower's still going. This one drifted through Lake Jackson, drifted up 288, just west of 288 now. A little downpour. You're lucky if you're getting that little garden soaker right now. Future track overnight into the morning has no rain. Can't rule out one of those little isolated guys, but that rain coverage is less than 10%, less than 5%, probably about less than 2% of the area. We go into the afternoon, hot, humid. If you get an isolated shower, you are lucky. Tomorrow is the beginning of a long stretch, actually today the beginning of a long stretch of hot, humid, and dry weather for the foreseeable future. Let's talk about the future. Why are we hot? Why are we having this heat wave? It's this heat dome. So what I've done with this is I've outlined the upper level flow The upper level flow, this is the wind at 34,000 feet. This is a forecast. This is Monday. But basically, this is the heat dome that's in place now and will stay in place. So we're under its influence enough that going into Sunday, Monday, we get near 100. The center of the dome, where the heat will be at its worst, is here over the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, up into Kansas, southern Colorado, where they will have highs 102, 103, 104 as we head into the early part of the week. So they're at 104, we're at about 100 going into the week. And that heat dome pattern just stays in place all week through Thursday. Upper level flow. This is a mountain of sinking air, so it zaps any clouds that try to build up. It lowers rain chances significantly when you're under the dome. The air that's sinking, as it gets lower into the atmosphere, it compresses against the surface. When you compress a gas, it gets hotter. So rain-free and hotter. That's the heat dome. That's the pattern we will still be under going into Thursday and Friday. But after that, look at this forecast. Now I'm showing this to you because the model runs over the last 36 hours have all been, every time we get a model run, it shows this, the heat dome backing off to California and leaving Texas and leaving Houston. So this is why we think we're going to have a short-lived heat wave for a week, and then going into the end of next weekend and early into August, Monday, we get a break. And if you look at the flow, it's a little troughy. So maybe a scattered shower. I think probably an afternoon shower becomes a little more likely first couple of days of August, but nothing really over the top with rain chance, just a little better chance. But it does break the heat wave, which is nice. And this is what it looks like when we go out 10 days. I don't like to always look out 10 days, but we're getting some consistency with the modeling, so I thought I'd go ahead and show it to you. These are high temps. This is tomorrow, 97, Sunday, 98. There's your heat wave, 100, 101 Thursday, 99 Friday. And then the dome heads to California, and that's why our temperatures are forecast to drop into the mid to maybe even lower 90s. Anything on this, any temperature here that's below the average of 95 is supposed to show up as a blue bar. I don't know why my graphic refuses to put blue, but we will be below normal, at least the forecast is below normal Saturday, Sunday, Monday, as that high pressure dome moves off. So hopefully that verifies that we don't go on and on and on with this heat wave next week. Tropics are back to being asleep. The Gulf has nothing in it. You can see a little bit of a counterclockwise swirl here in the West Carib. So what we have here is an area of low pressure way up at the top of the atmosphere. Remember, we're looking down from outer space, so we're looking at all levels. That circulation is at about 40,000 feet. It's called a Tut low. It's a tropical upper tropospheric trough. And on the lee side of that, you can get lift. That's why you've got rain here. But it's not a tropical low. Tropical lows are surface-based lows. This one's up at 40,000 feet. Just an interesting feature that can bring rain, but it doesn't make for a tropical system. So that's what's going on here. We've got wind shear going across the east half of the Carib. Look at the shear. See the cloud dripping off to the east all the way into the middle part of the main development region of the Atlantic. So that shear, if anything tried to develop, it would have trouble doing it with the shear. No development expected over the tropics for the next 7 days. That from the Hurricane Center. We will continue to take it one day at a time, but modeling is looking pretty good through the end of the month. Temperature outlook, Houston and Texas above normal. They've got us above normal through the 3rd. Remember, this is an average. I do think that we're going to break our heat wave before we get to August 3rd, but leading up to the end of July, we're definitely above normal with temps triple digits, and out west it's triple digits. And then as far as the rainfall, it's got us at or a little bit below normal. If you look at averages, really when I look at this map, nothing really jumps out at me. Definitely below normal precip for Wisconsin and Minnesota. Saturday's numbers, 77 in the morning, 91 by noon, 97 the high temp tomorrow, feeling like 105. The extended, here's your heat wave. Near 100 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then hopefully that long-range forecast we were looking at verifies, and the ridge of high pressure. The heat dome moves off to the west, and we get a break after Friday. But definitely a week of hot weather. Hot enough to where if you're working out in it, if you're playing out in it, you need to take your hot weather precautions seriously so you avoid any of the heat stress or heaven forbid, the heat stroke symptoms. That is where we stand. It's Friday. We're going into the weekend. Happy weekend. Have a good evening, everybody.